Good morning, children. Let us continue with our human body. So already you have learnt about cells, tissues, organs, organ system, and there are 8 organ systems. Out of that you already learnt respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system, all those things, isn't it? Skeletal system. Now let us go with the circulatory system. So you see, when there is a small prick in your hand or anywhere, or if you have fallen, what happens? Immediately you see it start bleeding. Bleeding, isn't it? Blood comes out. So what is this? How is this blood controlled in our body? Blood is there inside our body. How is it controlled? For that there is one special system called the circulatory system. So now let us see about the circulatory system. This system consists of blood, the heart and the blood vessels. So you can see this is the heart. This heart is connected, can you see, with the blue color and red color pipe-like structures or cord-like structures? What are they? They are called as the blood vessels. This blue and red color structures which are arising from the heart. They are nothing but the blood vessels. Now again in the blood vessels there are two types, why one blue and why one red? Red is the blood which consists of oxygen. And this oxygen only will be passed on to all the different parts of the body. I told you, after digestion, your food is getting converted into simplest form. And that will be stored in the cells, isn't it? So, what is happening now? This oxygen which is passing through these red blood cells. Can you see a red? Okay. So, they carry oxygen. And the blue color is going to carry carbon dioxide. That means, when you breathe out air, carbon dioxide. When you breathe in air, it is oxygen. Okay. So if the red color is there, it is carrying oxygen. If blue color is there, it is carrying carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide has to come out of our body. Oxygen has to go inside our body. Both the blood vessels are controlled by whom? By the heart. So through heart only it is purified. Blood is purified, and again what happens? The impure blood will go out. Through the how? The impure blood will go out means it's not coming out of our body. What is happening? It is passing that carbon dioxide to the lungs. During respiratory system, you have learned about lungs, no? So that carbon dioxide will be given to lungs. Where are these lungs? Lungs are also just behind this only. Heart, and between this is in the middle you can see heart, and on either sides you can see lungs. And where are these lungs and heart situated? It is situated in the rib cage, which comes under skeletal system. In the beginning itself I told you, every organ system has got a connection. Understood? So skeletal system is there, respiratory system with lungs, and then heart you can see it's a circulatory system. They all have got connection. So what happens? The impure, that means carbon dioxide, the waste gas will be given from heart to the lungs. From lungs it will come out through nose. You understood now? So like this, you can see the circulatory system. So what does it consist of? Heart, blood vessels, and inside the blood vessels, what is passing, what is transporting? That is the blood. So these three things: heart, blood vessels and blood. Now, the heart pumps blood to different parts of our body. So what is it doing? It is going on pumping. That pumping only can make that if you just touch your, here you can see, if you touch your chest region, you can see that love, dub, love, dub, love, dub. Are you able to hear? You can even touch and see. There is a movement. What is that? That is only heartbeat. Understood? Especially when you do more exercise, when you run and all that, what happens? You can see it will start pumping faster. So you get love dub, love dub, love dub, isn't it? Have you observed that? No? Yes. So that is nothing but pumping of blood from the heart. So when you do more exercise, more amount of blood will be passed on, transported. But when you are sleeping, when you are under rest, it will work slowly. But throughout your life, the heart, lungs, everything will be working out. Understood? They will not stop. Now you may stop writing, you may stop jumping and everything, but the heart, lungs and all those things will never stop their work. So the heart pumps blood to different parts of our body. So you can see right from head to the toe. There is pumping of blood. That is why any prick or anything, anywhere your part of body, even immediately what happens, you can see the bleeding, blood comes out. So small and big blood vessels carry blood that flows throughout the body. There are small vessels. So these are big vessels and they will branch with the small vessels, small, tiny. So we call it as capillaries. On your hands and all you can see that. Capillaries. Small blood vessels are called as capillaries. So small and big blood vessels carry blood that flows throughout the body. Blood carries oxygen and digested food to different parts of the body. Already I have told you. After digestion, the food is completely broken down into simplest form. That simplest form of food is taken by the blood. And from respiratory system, the oxygen is also taken from the blood. So what happens? There is a oxidation of food. So this oxidation of food will provide you energy. Understood? So burning of food, what you call? There is food burned. That means the digested food is burned. That is called oxidation. So that will provide you energy. And this energy is very much required to what? To carry out all your activities. Whatever activities you want to do, any work you have to do. For that, you require that energy. Okay. So it also brings back the waste products from different parts of the body to be thrown out. So what is this blue color I said of blood vessels? It is carrying all the waste materials which is produced in our body. And that will be thrown out of the body. How? I don't know. Through breathing, through excretion and all those things. Everything is done with the help of the blood vessels. Did you understand? That's about the circulatory system. You can see the picture now. So you see. Can you see? Mainly what is this? This is the heart. No, conical shape. You can see like cone shape. No, tilted to the left side. So this is heart. And this heart is lying in between lungs actually. Two lungs are there. In between that you see the heart. And heart is carrying, you can see the blue color blood vessel and the red color blood vessel. Can you see? Throughout it is. Throughout. Clear? So, and these blood vessels are branching into so many branches. Small branches. You can see this. Okay. So, what is it carrying? Heart, blood vessels, and inside what is it? What is passing through the blood vessels? It is the blood. So, these three together, blood vessels containing blood. These three together is going to form the circulatory system of our body. Now let us go for the next one, excretory system. Our body produces a lot of waste that need to be thrown out. So many waste materials will be produced in our body, which has to be thrown out. How to do that? See here. Excretion is a process by which animals rid themselves of all the waste products. So the waste products which is produced in our body has to be thrown out. We cannot accumulate in our body. It has to be thrown out. It accumulates in our body, what happens? It becomes poisonous. That leads to so many different diseases. So it has to be thrown out of our body. It should be given out. How to do that? See, waste produced in the body is thrown out with the help of excretory system. So the excretory system helps in throwing off the waste materials which is accumulated in our body. When you eat food, there is waste materials. When you breathe in air, there is waste materials. When you take other food products, there is waste materials, isn't it? So like that, so many waste materials will be produced which has to be thrown out. We cannot keep it inside our body. So for that, throwing out these waste materials from the organ system. Which is that organ system? That is called as excretory system. So excretory system is made up of pair of kidneys. Okay, so you can see here. This is kidneys. Bean shaped structure. Like beans, like we have seen beans, you know. So like beans it is. So this is called the kidneys. How many kidneys? A pair of kidneys. Two kidneys. Now, see, excretory system is made up of pair of kidneys. Kidneys remove the waste from the blood in the form of urine. So what happens, you know? Every day you'll be drinking water, you'll be eating food and all those things. So what is happening? The waste materials will be produced in our body. So especially during winter season and rainy season, you see you will go for urine so many times. No? Your body becomes cold. No? So due to that what happens? You feel that you have to go for urine. But at the same time when you take during summer what happens? During summer, more amount of urine will not go, but more amount of sweat will be going. Sweat will be produced from our body. Have you observed that? Yes. So whether it is sweat or the urine, what is thrown out? The waste materials, the waste salts, especially the salts which is produced in our body will be coming out through urine or sweat. Understood? So this excretory system is made up of a pair of kidneys. Kidneys remove the waste from the blood in the form of urine. Anus removes the waste in the form of feces or stool or motion. What I told you that in the previous class, isn't it? So some other parts. Okay. So anus removes the waste in the form of feces. Means I told you the stool. Morning you go to lavatories, isn't it? So that only. Then some other parts of our body also help in removal of waste. Skin removes the waste in the form of sweat. And lungs give out carbon dioxide when we breathe out. So all these organs together, what happens? They are throwing out the waste materials from our body. So now food, when you take digestive system, the undigested food materials is thrown out through anus. How? How? What is that? In the form of feces. So that is undigested waste materials wherein digestive system is involved. The anus, large intestine and anus is involved in. When you come to this excretory system, your kidneys. So what happens? It forms urine and that comes out through, see, this is kidneys, two kidneys. This, you can see the blood vessels and you can see a small cord-like structure which is coming through the kidney. This is called as ureters. Okay, and this is urethra. So what happens through this urinary bladder and then urethra. This is urinary bladder and the urethra. So what happens? Whatever the waste materials which is produced through the salts which is produced in the waste materials in the body, that will be settled where? Through the kidneys. In kidneys it is purified and the waste materials will be coming out through the ureters. That is the tube-like structure you can see. So this from ureters, what happens? It goes and settles where? That all that water with salts will settle where? In the urinary bladder. And from there is an opening. There is an opening that is called as urethra. Through that it will come out. In the form of urine it comes out. So urine will, in the urine what happens? The salts also will come out. The waste salts. So during summer, more urine will not be there. More amount of sweat will go. That is through the skin. Understood? Now, so some other parts of our body also help in removal of waste. Skin removes the waste in the form of sweat. Lungs give out carbon dioxide. I have explained that to you. So what happens? Lungs will take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is not good for our health. It should be thrown out. So that is given out by the lungs. Did you understand? So like that, the different organ systems are there in our body, especially the excretory system which is giving out urine. And urine is consisting of the water and most of the waste salts. Waste of the salts like ammonia, urea, uric acid, all these are the different salts. So that all will be coming out through the kidneys. Through kidneys means through the excretory system. Did you understand? Finally, we are coming to the reproductive system. So the organs of this system help to produce babies and thus living beings continue their species. So reproductive system, what is reproduction? Producing young ones of the same kind. Producing young ones of the same kind means now a human being has to give birth to a human baby only. Isn't it? A monkey has to give birth to monkey only. Right? Now, a monkey cannot give a birth to human being. Can it? Can an elephant give birth to a cub, lion cub? No, isn't it? So it cannot give like that. Why? Because reproduction means they have to produce the young ones, babies of the same kind. If human beings means human baby only has to come. If elephant means elephant baby only has to come. Monkey means monkey's baby only has to come. Understood? So that process is called as reproduction. Producing young ones of the same kind is called reproduction. So that the species will go on continuing. If not, what happens? That species will stop. If there is no reproduction, that particular species will stop. So you can see here, the organs of this system help to produce babies and thus living beings continue their species. If human beings, if they reproduce only, the human population will go on. Otherwise, finally what happens? You cannot see human beings at all. You have to see in pictures. Understood? So like that it comes. So males and females have different reproductive system. Males means boys, females means girls. So these boys and girls have got different types of reproductive system. Did you understand? That is about the reproduction, wherein producing the young ones of the same kind, producing babies of the same kind is called as reproduction. Understood? So males and females have different reproductive organs. Let it be in any animals. It is the different. Okay. So, okay children, about excretory system I will once again explain here. So bean shaped structure I told you. So that is called as the kidneys. How many kidneys are there? There are a pair of kidneys. And these are the blood vessels. Already I told you red one is called, it's carrying pure blood, and the blue one is called, it is carrying impure blood. So these blood vessels are connected to the kidneys. Why? Because there will be some very waste materials, that has to be given to the kidneys. So that these kidneys have got a, can you see a tube-like structure? This tube-like structure is called as ureter, already I explained to you. And this ureter is connected to a bag-like structure here, wherein all that waste water along with the salts will come and settle where? In a bag-like structure. This bag-like structure is called as the urinary bladder, which opens through an opening. There is an opening here. This opening is called as urethra. It's called as urethra. Through this urethra only what happens? The urine comes out. Urine comes out. When the bag is full, when you see that bag is full only, you feel that I have to go to toilet, I have to go to washroom, you will say. When it is, you will get a sensation. When you get that sensation, when the bag is fully completed with what? The waste water. Water with salts, waste salts. Then you will feel that you have to go to toilet. Did you understand? So that's about the excretory system. So children, let me stop it here. We'll continue in the next.